All right, back to the race for governor where November matchup is already set. Republican Byron Donalds, he's going up against David Jolly as these two face off for the governor's mansion. And this should be a heavyweight battle, a good matchup to come to the midterms here.
Let's get out to Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer. He is live at the Jolly campaign headquarters in Miami. We'll see him in just a bit. But first, Evan Axelbank, he is at the Donalds camp party that is in Orlando.
Indeed. Hi there, Evan. The atmosphere, what was it like there?
Well, obviously they're excited. He did not, though, get 50% of the vote, which means that in this four-way race, more Republican voters picked somebody other than Byron Donalds. So he admitted that right now his task is to unify this party. He immediately called for the party to be unified in taking on David Jolly in November. The crowd obviously went crazy when he came out, but he also said that there is simply a lot of work ahead for his campaign. So tonight was a bit of a coronation, but he certainly said that he felt this was a decisive victory when he took the stage. He took the stage with a flare of rap music and was joined by his wife and 3 sons. He called tonight a massive victory and said it was the capstone of a journey that brought him to Florida 30 years ago in a Greyhound bus with almost nothing. He called for Florida to continue its effort to cut taxes, for public insurance report cards, and for property tax relief for seniors and working people. He immediately pivoted to the general election fight, insisting that David Jolly, who is campaigning as a moderate, is too liberal to run Florida. He also made no mention of Donald Trump, whose endorsement seems to have been pivotal, especially in the early portions of this primary. But he did praise Florida's previous governors, framing himself as next in a line of Republican leadership.
In Florida, we have built a strong foundation under former Governor Rick Scott. And under Governor Ron DeSantis, we have supercharged that foundation, making Florida the envy of every state in America. We are going to continue that legacy and take Florida to the next level.
And one thing that he has not talked about a whole lot on the campaign trail is the historic nature of his campaign. He would become Florida's first black governor were he to defeat David Jolly in November. So he hasn't mentioned it at all much until tonight. He was asked to weigh in on it, so he did.
Florida is a great meritocracy in America. And I think voters in this state, they've not just seen my voting record in Congress. Quite frankly, they've seen my journey through life here in Florida, and they trust me to be able to represent Republicans.
Another lingering question here is how will Governor DeSantis and Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins react to this? Donald said that he did hear from his other opponents in this race, both James Fishback and Paul Renner. He said both of them endorsed his candidacy going forward. But again, we have not yet heard from the state's other top Republican, Governor DeSantis, nor his number 2, Jay Collins. Neither of them, Collins especially, was very critical of Donalds during this campaign. Said he wasn't sure that Donalds could win in November. Governor DeSantis has not said a whole lot about Byron Donalds specifically, but he did warn Florida about the path that it chooses, because he says that the conservative progress that he has built here in Florida is fragile and is not necessarily guaranteed to continue.